live from the new Albert Allied Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School, Touchdown Productions, celebrating 10 years of local high school sports television, is proud to present Lady Miner Volleyball. Tonight, your 2006 defending section champion Nevada Union Lady Miners finally come home to take on their new league rival, the Del Oro Golden Eagles. And all the Sierra Foothill League action is coming up next, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. The defending section champion Lady Miners come home tonight for the first ever contest in the newly refurbished Allied Gymnasium, undefeated in league play and ready to tackle the heart of their season as they begin their quest and a 5-game homestand here at Nevada Union. Good evening, everybody. Wherever you're at across our Foothill Network, I'm Gil Dominguez, along with tonight's color analyst, Chrys Dudek. Our producer-director tonight is Brandon Duckett, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team is on hand for our second volleyball telecast of the year as we continue our coverage of the Lady Miners. And Chrys, the last time we saw the Lady Miners here was during their preseason, where they had a great game against the defending state champion Lady Troubadours of St. Francis.
That's right, Gil. That match went a full 5 games and went back and forth as each team tried to gain the advantage. But in the end, it was the Lady Miners who rallied and came away with the victory, which helped propel them into the regular season in the new SFL, where they are 2-0 tonight, and in second place with those Rockland Lady Thunder in first at 3-0.
That's right, and we'll take a look at those standings a little bit later here, but right now it's Del Oro. And Chrys, you have to think that there's a little school pride maybe on the line here after the Golden Eagles beat those Miners last Friday night in a big football game.
Well, both schools are very proud of their sports teams, but football is football and volleyball is volleyball. So I'm sure the Lady Miners don't need much motivation to play hard tonight. They are the defending section champs, and in the new league are looking to make their mark in the SFL. But then again, I'm sure a little payback would be in order as well.
Well, payback, they're going to be facing each other a lot. Of course, this is the first of many Nevada Union Del Oro contests that we're going to be seeing in the upcoming seasons as the Miners play in the SFL now for every sport except for football. So paybacks and counter paybacks are probably going to be part of the scene here for at least several seasons as these two teams square off in volleyball, basketball, baseball, softball, and we'll have to see what the final outcome is going to be. But tonight it's Lady Miner volleyball with the Golden Eagles coming into the brand new gymnasium. And a quick look around here, Chrys, it looks kind of bare.
It does look a little bare. The walls are so clean and shiny.
Fresh coat of paint on everything, brand new floor in the gymnasium, as you can see right there from our top shot. Brand new bleachers, gone are the old wooden bleachers, and in place are the new design electric bleachers that come out from the wall automatically. So big help to the janitorial staff. And of course the Miners signature on the bleachers, as well as, you know, it is over at Colfax with the Falcons. So they're not quite finished yet. They're going to be adding a lot of trim to it, and of course all the banners have to go up.
Gotta get those banners up. You got to be proud of your history.
Right, and of course a lot of Miner history is made not only in this gym but also in the West Gym. So all those banners and all that memorabilia are going to be coming in here into the gym. So it's like moving into any new house. It takes time to give it that personality and bring in the history, like you said, of all the programs.
And hopefully this season we bring home some more history here in the Allied Gym.
Well, the Lady Miners rich in history the last 2 seasons, as they have won the NorCals twice, and of course came 1 victory shy of the NorCal championship last season, losing right here on that floor. And you know what? Rumor has it that's why they got rid of the floor, Chris.
That would make sense to me. That's what I would do if I were the coach.
They lost on that floor, and he said, rip it up, get it out of here. We never want to see it again. but that's just theory and conjecture. It's just something that, we hear here along the signs. So while we're waiting here for the game, Duckett, let's go ahead and take a look at those Sierra Foothill League standings that we were talking about at the start of the show. And we're going to see, this is the brand new Sierra Foothill League. And we can see that Rockland is on top right now with an 18-4 record, and they're 3-0 in league.
It looks like that we're adding, some of those schools seem to be adding some of their tournament matches in there, it would seem by the number of wins and losses that they have.
Now, we got a note here from Bob Rogers that actually they're 12-1, and Del Oro is 10-10 overall. So I'm not sure where the stats are coming from Max Press, where we get them, but it gives you the general idea, and certainly the league is correct. Del Oro coming in tonight at 1-1, while Nevada Union and Rockland are undefeated. Oakmont looks pretty strong as well.
Oh, yeah. They're coming on real strong.
At 2-1, Granite Bay holding even at 2-2. Del Oro, as we said, 1-1, and then down in the cellar, Wood Creek and Roseville, and forever at 2-3. So the powerhouses early on are Rockland and Nevada Union, and of course we'll be here for that big Rockland match as well. But really in the SFL, every team is strong, and I think you got 5 really strong teams there in Del Oro, Granite Bay, and Oakmont, and they are all capable of winning.
Absolutely. With volleyball, unlike most other sports, momentum plays such a huge role in your matches, and any team can beat any other team on any given day.
Well, I think we saw that in the St. Francis game where the momentum swung wildly in that contest. Miners coming out ahead in game number 1 in a very close match, and then getting blown out by St. Francis in game 2. It was, at one point, it was like 10-0.
Yeah, it can happen. You get those serves coming in real hard and fast, and get the defense on their heels, and anything can happen.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you recognize Chrys from his role as volleyball coach over at Union Hill. And a lot of alumni from Union Hill are present here tonight in this Lady Minor team.
We do have 3 alumni from Union Hill right here on the varsity team, and I know that the freshman team is chock full of Union Hill players who hopefully will be coming up here in the next year or 2.
Well, the 3 that you're talking about, of course, are Sarah McAtee, Caroline Reeves, and then notable tonight in her first varsity game after transferring from Forest Lake Christian will be Kylie Miraldi, finally getting a chance to play after sitting out the mandatory 5-year waiting period when you transfer from schools. The new mandatory 5-year plan is in effect, and Kylie had to wait 5 years in order to come up here, and she said it felt like 5 years. She was pulling her hair out waiting to get in. Had to be very frustrating for her, the quality player that she is, to have to wait to join her new team.
I'm really looking forward to seeing her jump in the middle there. She's got very good vertical, very strong hitter. It's going to be really fun to see her out there. And,
of course, playing with her old teammates, Caroline Reeves and Sarah McAtee, who went all through Union Hill together and are now find themselves here on the varsity. Of course, Kylie, a starter for Forest Lake Christian the last couple of years, so certainly very active in volleyball, even though she wasn't a minor, and playing with the girls throughout the summer.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was the last 2 summers that
they
she
did play
with
club together. That's true. It helps a lot with their teamwork and all that chemistry that goes along with playing on a really good team.
So Miraldi making the jump to Nevada Union this year, but having to wait out, like we said, and now this is her first game. You see her right there, number 7, right next to Alexis Moser, and she is pumped. It may take a game or so just for her to lower the adrenaline level, I think.
There's no one who cheers and who's a bigger fan of sportsmanship than Kylie, so it'll be really good to have her as part of that team, keeping that energy going out there.
Well, it's a volleyball family with her mom, April, former coach at not only Union Hill but also at Forest Lake Christian.
And her younger sister who plays on JV as a freshman.
Right, Abby's up now at Nevada Union, so everybody's in attendance. Her dad is here tonight, Dean, and just a big outpouring of support for her, and of course for all the Lady Miners as we get ready here for Game 1 action. Brand new gymnasium. Believe me, it smells as clean as it looks.
It does have that shiny smell, if shine does have a smell.
It does. It's a brand new lacquer kind of smell. And Steve was telling me they still need to do one more coat on the floors. So it's not quite finished. It's finished enough to play in tonight, and that's why we're here. But certainly the project is not finished, and we'll see the transformation throughout the volleyball season, of course, and then when we get into basketball, they should have it done by December and January when league kicks off there.
Yeah.
So we're all set to go here. Rachel Vetterlein will be serving first for the Oro Golden Eagles. Watch out for Marissa Plummer, who's their leader in blocks, kills, and aces, as Vetterlein sets it down. McAtee, safe from the outside, calmly gets it over. Dio will be able to run a play. Big block right there at the line. Goes way to the back for Vetterlein, puts it into the net.
Free ball doesn't quite make it. That double block over there is a big help on our defense.
Right, I believe we had Jen Sagar over there, and joining her was Caroline for the big block that sent it back. So Sagar goes back now to serve, puts it in.
Yeah, nice block by Caroline. Puts it right down on the floor. Those are so fun to do when you put that block straight back down.
Well,
in their face.
Palusha received the serve, but I was looking down. Was it an overpass?
That was an overpass.
Okay, so right there to kill the overpass. Too much for Palusha to handle as she puts it up too high and into the net. Sager serves again. Little mishandled there by Palusha. Free ball over by Lovell. Now here's a kill
off to the side
by
there.
Reeves.
Just a nice high middle to Caroline in the center there, and she was able to put it down.
Probably should have let that one go. It looked like it might have gone out of bounds.
Might have gone wide. Sometimes you get Christmas gifts early.
So Sagar continues her serving into the middle. Here's an outside set, almost a free ball there by Plummer. Their big kill on the outside, and McAtee sends it down deep and hard right into the center.
Coming on strong. That's a good way to start the match.
You know, she has really improved over the last year or so, learned a lot from Allie Daly from playing in that outside position, and really is kind of like the heir apparent to Daly out there on the outside.
Her athleticism has really gone up. She's so much more fluid than she was last year.
As Lovell hits it high and into the net. We've got 5-0 here early on in Game 1. Sagar continuing to serve for the Lady Miners. Into the net. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I said that.
That's the trouble with those serves, those hard floaters coming across right over the top of the net. Sometimes you just try it too hard and it goes right in.
No, I think that's the trouble with announcers saying the score and then they put the jinx on them and then it goes into the net. So we had both things working there.
Yes.
Okay, some substitutions coming in, and some instructions for our cameraman, Chris Glass, the veteran guy that he is. Takes instructions very well from the ref as Sammy Gray serves over to Moser. There's an inside hit. Reeves.
That's a nice dig.
Oh, very nice upright by Gray. Now it's Reeves off the block. Gray tips it up over to Palusha. Sagar now into the back court.
Oh, great down ball. Great back row attack.
Woodruff from the back row.
There's nothing like getting that back row attack when you expect a free ball coming over. It really puts the defense on the edge.
Right, and she's only a junior, so we get to see her for another whole year here as McAtee serves. Sends a deep one to Bachman.
There's another one of those blocks. Puts it right back down. Got to be careful with those overpasses with our big front row. It's going to be trouble.
Overpasses are mean points.
They sure are.
And Bachman served up a big overpass right there. Reeves, McAtee still serving. This one coming way over in the stands. Grab that, Chris.
Just missed it.
I think you could almost had it.
Souvenir
And timeout is called by head coach Stuart Caguette.
Big
from
coincidence.
Del Oro.
Big coincidence here. My wife used to coach at Del Oro in the boys program and has worked with both Stuart and one of his assistants, Jamie.
Well, you know there are no coincidences in life, Chris. It was all meant to be, and you were meant to join us here tonight.
I guess so.
And bring us that insight. Well, Del Oro has outstanding program in many different sports. Very strong athletic department over there.
Absolutely. And they're, I think, our closest real tough competition, as we have to travel real far into the Sacramento area to get some of that in just about any sport.
Well, I think the SFL is going to provide a lot of different competition, and like we were saying, there's always, Granite Bay has been in the league with them for the Metro League the last 2 years, so they're used to playing them already. Rockland is the tough addition coming in here, and of course they're undefeated, so plenty of good games for the Lady Miners, and I think it's really going to help them in the postseason having this many good games throughout the season. As McAtee starts the serve again, brings it over to Wickerod.
Ooh, got some hands on that. Those big, tall, strong fingers make a big difference if you hold that block up there.
Big block by Dolly and Reeves up on the front line, and like you said, that front line in Nevada Union, very strong, very big. Or I should say tall.
You should say tall.
As McAtee, puts it off the air conditioner.
Oops. This is a pretty high ceiling, too. We've got to keep those passes down.
So that one barely tipped the steel of the air conditioning units, but enough to make an effect on it, though. Now McAtee, nice serve by her, puts it down where Yoshida can pick it up. And Dio finally gets a point after a big run by the Miners, 10-2 now.
And that one there, Sarah really went down hard for it, but couldn't come up with it.
Now serving is Marissa Plummer.
Marissa Plummer is their ace leader with 16 of them so far. We got to be careful with her. Whoa! That was a great play by Woodruff. Coming out hard off the outside there, put it straight down.
Yeah, very nice set from the back row, feeding her that pass, and she just skied into the air and put it down for the serve and the point. 11-2 now, Lady Miners, as Plummer puts it up. Big block again. Right, there. Miraldi in the game now.
Looks like it just went over the block. Just missed the touch on Kylie there.
Blocking with Woodruff. So you got Miraldi, Woodruff, and Dolly all in the front line. What an incredible front line that is.
That's a big front line.
It certainly is. And she's pumped to play. There she is again.
Oh, nice dig by Sarah.
Beautiful on the outside. Out to Woodruff. Puts it down. Big up by Plummer. There's the inside now to Gray. Sets
right
it
into
up.
The block.
For Bachman. Ball stays alive. They'll go to the outside. Nice setup by Sager. Out to the outside now. Woodruff. Plummer saves the ball.
Dig.
Gray again out to the outside. Big block there by Dolly and Miraldi as Sager brings it up. Push to the outside. There's Woodruff again. Down on the outside.
Right down the line. That smoked right past him. They're always trying to do everything they can. They're hitting right into the block, so they're trying to tip over a roll shot over them, and we're picking it up on defense there. It's great to see that.
So they went to that outside corner several times, finally worked on the third time, and they get to point. 13-2 as Reeves serves. Down in deep for Palusha. Here's the outside hit to Bachman.
Looks like we got a piece of that block, too, in addition to being in. Just happens sometimes, just right over that block.
Well, she's a big, tall girl, Monica Bachman, 5'8", senior outside hitter, so she knows what she's doing out there.
Yes, she does.
And she can power the ball right through you. There's Woodruff again.
Woodruff with a cut shot. She was trying to go across the net there, block out a piece of it, but still dragged it outside. That was good to see.
So Woodruff playing on the outside, McAtee in the middle now, deep, and Mosier in that special position where she can come in and play back row.
Yeah, that's the, depending on who you talk to, the libero or libero position where they are a defensive specialist.
Right, and what a great person to take over as the defensive specialist than Alex Moser, who came in last year. And, of course, she's got some big shoes to fill.
Yes, she does.
But doing a very admirable job. Oh, nice serve, saved by Plummer. Up, and there's Bachman now out to the outside. Sager. There's Woodruff, puts it down. Oh, nice hands by Palusha.
She got her hands on that, but pushed it wide. Couldn't quite get enough of it.
Well, it was coming right at her face. She had to do something. Okay, Dolly back to serve now. 16-3, your Miners. As Palusha brings the ball up. This one's going to go
just
outside by Wickerod.
They're trying to mix up their sets, trying to move the ball around, trying to get around our block, but we're able to stop them.
Kara Wickerod joining us before the game, helping us out with some of the names, the last names of the Del Oro players. So big thanks to her as Dolly serves the ball. Oh, double players going for it, but they were able to get it up.
Like
Mosier this time. Oh, okay, so Mosier lucked out there with the net call.
I didn't see who it was. It could have been either Sager or Kylie. It looked like it was on the right-hand side of the net.
So Del Oro will get the serve. The Golden Eagles down 17-4 here in game number 1. Gil Dominguez and Chris Dudek joining you for this. Glad you're joining us all across our Foothill network of stations.
Sammy Gray also a big, got that kill there. That was good to see. Sammy Gray was another one of their big servers with 14 aces so far this year.
And that was a big kill by Miraldi, her first one of the game.
And first one of the season.
And first one of the season. So there you go. She's in the books. So it's Sager, Miraldi, and McAtee up on the front line. This one goes high into the line. It's going to be able to save it, but it's going to have to be a free ball, and it is by Bachman. Miners can set up a play outside to McAtee. Put it down!
It's real dangerous to give the Miners a free ball. There's so many options out there, and with Kylie in the middle and Sarah outside, they can do some real damage.
Mary Lovell trying to get a hand on it for the Golden Eagles, but unable to. And Christian Woodruff now goes back to serve. 19-4, your Miners. Ooh, big knuckleball. Pops up, comes outside to Bachman. Bachman's going to go deep.
Over the block, but couldn't quite get it in.
She puts it deep, and it goes out. So Del Oro frustrated here, I'd have to say, in game 1.
I'd imagine so. It's hard to come out against the Miners in their own gym here. They seem pretty pumped.
Called a timeout already at 5-0, but to no avail. Miners ahead now, 20-4. As this ball is just barely going to be able, Plummer puts it in play. Now it's a back set for Miraldi, who goes downtown, baby.
That's called a slide play from the middle there, where Kylie starts in the middle and comes around to the right side. It usually freezes the other middle blocker on the defense.
And she went cross court with it.
Goes cross court. It's wide open.
So 21-4 now. Miners definitely in control here at game 1. Popped up by Lovell. Here comes Plummer. Plummer's going to get the ball. Oh,
that's a great attack in the back row. That's what I'm talking about. Those back row attacks can really help you on those broken plays.
What looked like was just going to be a free ball by Plummer to get it over turns into an attack from the back row, and she puts it down. McAtee can't even get a hand on it.
Let's see if this changes the momentum at all.
Bachman back to serve now for Dio. She'll put it over. Oh, up by Sagar. No, that was Woodruff. Oh, big thank you for saving our monitor.
That was Sarah McAtee again with the cross-court kill.
Yeah, she knows better than to hit us, too.
And she does.
We're going to have to talk to her mom after the game. Keep that ball away. Okay, back serving for the first time is Miraldi as a Lady Miner, and it's going to come in. Nice serve. Plummer now
puts
it down.
Again.
Oh, big up.
She does have an arm.
Big up by Miraldi as Woodruff sends it back down. Little dink there by Gray. Could have worked, but the Lady Miners were all over it. Overpass into the net.
Oh, into the net. That block was right there, ready to cover that up. We had a little a dump from the setter. Kylie was right there to pick that up. That was good.
Right. Sammy Gray did a nice job of disguising that dunk. But it was picked up by the Lady Miners. First dunk we've seen tonight as Miraldi serves again.
Here's another. Oh, Sarah McAtee ready for that one.
Ooh, faced her right at the net. As Gray was going to go for the little dunk again, and McAtee was right there to send it straight down.
She was ready for it, that's for sure.
24-5 now. Game point in game 1. Miraldi serving up and deep. Oh, almost an ace. Little overpass.
There's another one.
Put down by McAtee.
Sager.
Another overpass, and Sager puts it down.
Wow, that big front row, that'll do it to you. Get those big blocks and those overpasses, and it's all over.
So the end of game 1 is at hand. And Nevada Union wins 25-5. And you have to figure that there was a pretty dominant showing by Nevada Union.
It definitely was. They came out hard with their serves. I don't think they missed a single serve, and that makes a huge difference. They're aggressive. They're serving deep, getting their players caught up, and it makes it really hard to make those passes.
And we've seen the beginning of the Miraldi in the record books here at Nevada Union. And so while we await Game 2, we'll go ahead and remind you that tonight's NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Rental manager Craig Arthur wants you to know that HBE Rentals is a full-service rental facility in Grass Valley, and they have a selection of tools and equipment that you need to get the job done right. He only carries the best from Caterpillar, John Deere, Bobcat, and Kubota, and it's all waiting for you at Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Reynolds.
And it's also brought to you by Weaver Auto and Truck Center. The new Weaver Auto and Truck Center is now open and is already serving the automotive needs of the Foothill community, just like they have for the past 13 years. Tom and Matt Weaver have spared no expense to create a state-of-the-art automotive facility offering the latest technology from Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Jeep, and Cadillac. Look for their grand opening coming in October at the new Weaver Auto and Truck Center.
And, of course, by our good friends over at the Porta Subs. The Porta Subs is a lot more than just sandwiches. They are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their breakfast wraps are a great way to start your day. And their monthly sandwich specials fill you up without denting your wallet. And for dinner, they offer a selection of soups and party trays, along with 2 and 6 foot party subs. So call or fax in your order, and you'll never have to wait at the Port of Subs.
And let's not forget Northern Home Medical, Rudy Antonucci. Antonucci. I knew I'd get that wrong. Antonucci and Dean Miraldi are your friends and neighbors at Northern Home Medical. So why choose another medical equipment company who takes their profits out of our area when Northern Home Medical specializes in its products and services to keep you independent at home and gives back to our community. They offer a full range of medical equipment from power wheelchairs to home oxygen and will deliver and set it up right for you in your home. Right here with Northern Home Medical.
And by Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Plaza Tire, of course, the official auto repair facility of the Game of the Week. And Mark and the boys know how important it is to get the commander to every game, so when it's down, they're always ready to do their best to get her back up and on the road. Plaza Tire, Auto Service, professional auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
Okay, looks like we're ready.
And of course by Stryfer, the band Stryfer in concert this weekend, Saturday, September 30th at 7:30 p.m. It's all happening over at the Center for the Arts. So in concert, a big show happening with 2 other groups. Stryfer in concert coming this Saturday.
Okay.
Now we're ready.
Now we're ready to start up Game 2.
For game number 2, Lady Miners winning that first one 25-5. And serving is number 10, Jen Sager. As Woodruff puts it up, there's a...
Oh, smart play. Ooh. Looks like some controversy. She tried to get the pancake underneath it.
Yeah, she's saying that she did it. Monica Bachman arguing with the ref right there and actually having to bite her lip.
Sure looked like it.
After a little arguing there, as Sager puts the ball in.
Big block by Sarah.
Yeah, on that little dink by Gray, trying to get that in. Moser with the big up. There's Dolly now. She'll get the ball over. Nobody wanted it. She hit it. Here's Gray now. Out to the outside to Plummer. Puts it down.
Good play.
Puts it down and knocks down Christian Woodruff.
They ran a nice play there. They had the middle go in for a quick, which froze our middle, and they set it high and outside. Put the ball down before we could get our middle out there to block it.
And such velocity that it sent Woodruff right down. Moser now picks it up. Sagar, nice block by
Powered right through.
Powered right by Reeves right through. There's Reeves again.
Another
off the
swing,
block.
right off the top. Yeah, it looks like she was hungry for it. She asked for it again. Put it down the second time.
Well, I think they're all hungry for it.
I would imagine.
And now you add in Miraldi into that mix, and you know how much ball time really is there.
That's true.
There's only 25 points per game.
That's right.
And you got 4 or 5 hitters that all want to score. As McAtee puts this one into the net.
Miss her. Came off her hand wrong, looked like.
Uncommon error for Sarah. That almost rhymed. McAtee to Sager. Outside now to Woodruff. Puts it down off
Good
the
swing.
block.
Oh, didn't get a chance to play it. Looked like 15 was in the net.
That was Caitlin Lewis.
Caitlin Lewis looked like she was in the net there. Big swing by Woodruff.
Okay, now it's Reeves' turn to serve in game 2. High jump, put it down. And
Just
it's going to be
wide.
outside as she comes springing off the court. She don't care.
She doesn't. She just loves to play.
Put me in, Coach. As Moser goes into the back row now to replace her, defensive specialist that she is. And I'm being screened out there. I have to look at the monitor to see who was serving. There's Sager. There's Miraldi.
Oh,
put it down, count it.
Great play. Quick play in the middle. Kylie puts it just to the right of the block.
That was a very quick play. That was a one-set play. What do they call those?
They call them quick sets or ones, usually?
Ones. That was a one right there. Miraldi, that big wingspan. About 7 feet there, I think.
Could be. Another block. Those overpasses are really doing some damage to Del Oro.
Overpasses are killing the Golden Eagles. That has to be at least the 6th or 7th point from overpasses as Dolly prepares to serve. Pink bow in her hair. Puts it down. There's Gray. Big block right there.
Block. They're not getting around Kylie tonight.
Kylie and Woodruff. What a formidable combination there on the front line.
Looks like they all have pink bows.
They give each other a little high five right there. Job well done. Back set.
Solo
now.
block.
Great.
Oh, Kristen Woodruff's up there.
Yeah, she is. She's there again. Oh, they swing it outside to Plummer now. Overpass. Sagar gets it. And Woodruff puts it down.
Back down. Broken play up there, but Kristen Woodruff is able to put that ball back over and on the ground.
So 7-3 here, game 2. As Dolly prepares to serve. Puts it in. Here's the outside. Ball's going to be outside. There's Dolly. There's Sager.
Oh, nice dig.
There's Miraldi, but a nice up by Plummer.
Plummer seems to be really helping them on their defense, keeping the score closer in this game.
Well, Plummer is the leading player in all categories. Blocks, aces, kills, digs. It's Palusha.
Over the block.
There's Moser. Sager called him off and took the ball.
Oh, Sarah couldn't quite reach that.
No, not only did she dive for it, she spun on the ground trying to get that extra inch.
Yeah, really reaching for it. Went right over the block. And the block usually takes out a big space that the defense in the back row doesn't have to cover. But when it goes over the block, that's when there's trouble.
So now serving is Lori Geese.
Overpass.
For Dio. Nice little. They keep trying that. I think they're going to that dink so much, Chris, because they know they can't beat the blocks of Nevada Union.
They can't get around the block. That's they're trying everything they can to try to get into that hole in the middle, but it looks like we're covering it.
And so I haven't seen as many dinks as you normally in a game. Normally that's kind of like a play you wait for the right opportune moment, right, to throw
Absolutely.
that in there.
Sometimes even on a perfect pass, if you get that perfect pass, you toss the dink over. The defense isn't expecting it because it's such a good pass. They're waiting for a high outside or a quick play in the middle.
But they seem to be going it just as like a regular play.
It's whatever they can get their hands on. Try to beat our defense.
Okay, here's Plummer now. She'll send it back.
That's
Moser.
a great dig.
Moser lost control of it right there. As she was hitting the ball, her momentum carried her back, and she wasn't able to really cleanly put it where she wanted.
She couldn't get that platform all the way behind the ball.
Good words. Geese still serving. Outside to Miraldi.
Oh.
Puts it down.
She had a nice off-speed hit there. Sometimes that throws off your block. Your block is up there waiting for that strong one. Off-speed's a little bit slower in timing. Block starts to come down. Ball goes right over.
So Miraldi having to miss 13 games here for the Lady Miners with the 5-year waiting period imposed by the CIF, making her mark tonight in her Lady Miner debut. Kills, blocks, spirited play.
Everything.
And, of course, she's been practicing with them the whole summer and then throughout the season as well. Just couldn't play in the games. And we get to see her tonight kind of unveiling her.
Unveiling. Good word.
As Woodruff serves. That's deep down to Geese. Cross court to Bachman. She'll put it over. There's McAtee. She's going to put it off the block of Vetterline.
Oh, big block.
Bachman from the outside gets handled. Sager puts it down. That one might have gone out as Gray puts it across, and now Bachman puts it down.
Off the block, kind of knocked it out of line there. Otherwise, we might have had Moser able to get 2 hands on that one.
So Bachman not ready to throw in the towel at all here at the Allied Gymnasium. Fights back, and now it's 10-7. in favor of the Lady Miners as the scoreboard just went out.
Ooh, off the antenna.
So we might have to keep track. That would be 10-8 right now.
That would be 10-8.
And you guys can help us in the truck. Okay, scoreboard's back. I was scared there for a second.
We would have survived.
I know that. Bachman.
Oh, look at that dump there by Jen Sager.
Yeah, that was a true no-look behind the back. Hey, dig this one, guys.
Just kept that momentum going behind the ball.
It didn't even look. That's really what sold that right there.
Absolutely.
She didn't even look behind her. It was just over my head, and she just knew nobody was there. Okay, Miraldi now serving. Jump serve, nice one as Bachman picks it up. There's Gray out to the outside to Plummer. Plummer, nice strong hit. Cross court, Miraldi unable to get it.
Got a couple hands on it. Unable to pull it back up to our setter.
So what do? They bring in the defensive specialist.
There you go.
Because that's what she does best. Little Alexis Moser now out on the right-hand side. Serving is Vetterline. McAtee up. Sager. She'll do the dink again.
That was more of a tight pass there, so that's probably why she went for that one instead of going for the outside set, which is usually your outlet set.
Right. Wasn't going to be able to pop it up.
Yeah, just too tight, so just made the play over. That's the advantage of having your setter in the front row.
Mm-hmm. And now she's serving.
Again, that floater, especially from a left-hander, for some reason that makes it so much harder to pass when you get that cross-court floater coming at you.
Sammy Gray unable to handle that for the Golden Eagles, playing up in the right-hand corner. This one's going to go deep. Gray hits it out. There's Plummer on the outside. Off the net. Nice up by McAtee. Now goes to McAtee on the outside. She'll hit it off the net. Picked up by Geese. Now here's the outside to Bachman. There's Dolly. Cross court. Big up.
Nice.
Hit by Reeves.
Oh,
saved
nice
by Woodruff. Sagar outside to Dolly. She'll put
there
it down.
Goes. Great rally.
What a great rally that was.
And Woodruff kept that one alive. She made that diving save, got the ball up. We're able to make play with that.
Woodruff made an outstanding play on that ball to keep it alive. Actually, it was Jen Sager, wasn't it? No, it was Woodruff.
It was Woodruff.
Oh, okay. And this one goes into the net. So a little momentum gained, a little momentum lost here on the ball into the net. 14-10 now in favor of your Lady Miners as Sammy Gray gets set to serve for the Oro Golden Eagles. She'll put it up. Woodruff, Sagar now, back set.
There's that slide again. Oh, that one was up.
And it's saved. Great play by Del Oro as Woodruff picks it up. Moser's going to have to dig for it. And Dolly can't quite get the spinning tamale as it's spraying sauce all over the court there.
Woodruff might have been able to let that one go. It was pretty tight, though, so it's probably a good choice to play it.
Nice effort by Moser, though, throwing her body across the court. And this one goes in the net, so it's all for naught.
Oh, looks like the point goes for Del Oro. We were out of rotation. Miners were out of rotation in that. Someone left too early, it appears.
Okay, little mental error there by the Miners. Del Oro catches a break because that server's in the net just like that one, so there's some poetic justice there for you.
The replay gods have voted, and it goes back towards us.
Tight game here also, 15-12. After the Miners blew them out in game one. Gray now sets the ball. There's Plummer with the dink. Moser up with it. Cross court. Over to Woodruff. She'll put it down. Gray now gets the play. Back set.
Nope, not enough.
Over to Bachman.
I don't think Bachman was ready for that. She didn't quite have that.
No, it wasn't a great set by Gray. I thought she was going to go to the outside, and then she just kind of missed the ball, and it went straight up in the middle of the court.
Might have pushed her back a little too far. Oh.
Off her hand and a tip, not quite an ace, but just as has the same outcome.
Another gift for us. That one looked like it was floating wide or long.
17-12 now in favor of your Lady Miners. They look to close out game two here and possibly sweep the Del Oro Golden Eagles. First time playing them in league competition. There's Gray.
Just wide.
And a nice hit by Christine Wilson, who comes in for Del Oro. McAtee unable to handle it.
Unable to get her whole platform around behind the ball there. Pushed it wide.
So now it's Marissa Plummer. one of the star players for them, and you can see why. That was an awesome serve by Plummer.
Yeah, just over the top of the net. Nice hard floater, hard to pass.
Plummer, nice tall young lady, 6'1", only a junior too, so she's going to be back next year. We'll see her here next year on the Game of the Week. Woodruff now sends it across court to Plummer. Now here's Bachman. Dolly now sets it up. Over to Woodruff.
Oh, down the line, right through that block, right between it in the little gap. Way to find it.
Big hit by Christian Woodruff all the way back down by the baseline, and it's 18-14 now in favor of the Miners. No one's called timeout yet. No one ready to blink as Reeves gets set.
It's a nice floater. Looked like it just kept on floating. They're looking for a touch.
There, and both refs confer with one another. No touch. They're asking the corner person. She says no.
That corner person would be the line judge.
The line judge. But that's a Del Oro girl, right?
Well, let's not make assumptions here.
No, I wasn't. It's a Del Oro girl.
Yes,
That's all I said. McAtee, Sagar, over to Woodruff.
She is finding that hole between their middle and their right side player and is really abusing it.
No, it's just the way that she looked up there and said, you know, she was non-committal.
I've gone past that already. I'm past it.
Dolly now serving. Plummer, nice up to Gray, outside to Bachman.
Oh, gets a hand on it.
And a beautiful save by the Miners. Ball stays in play. Now back out to Bachman again.
Same place.
Yeah, she's going to push it out there. Woodruff's got a dive to get it. Now Miraldi's going to free ball it over. There's the outside again.
Oh, that was a great play. Kylie jumping like a gazelle over the pancaking Woodruff with an amazing play. That was really fun to watch.
That was really, that's your closer right there, Duckett.
Absolutely.
That play right there is the close for the show. Hey, we got a guy over there with a camera just like us. Better string a cable to him. We'll go with 4 cameras. Okay, here's Gray now. Outside to Bachman.
Pushed it wide. People start to get a little tentative when we get closer to game point. They don't do their full swings, and that's when mistakes start to happen.
Well, timeout is called now with the score 21-15 in game 2 here. Gil Dominguez along with Chris Dudek courtside here at the brand new Ally Gymnasium, and like we said, a nice upgrade for the gym. It was the original floor, the original bleachers.
It was time. It looks great.
It was time. Those wooden bleachers really had taken a beating over the years. And the nice new bleachers, just like out at the Colfax Arena. I don't know if you've ever been out to the Colfax gym. They have a brand new multi-million-dollar facility out there that they just built. And very similar design, latest technology, electronic, of course, so the bleachers come out automatically.
I got to tell you, as a PE teacher, that's a great thing to have.
Well, you know, when they were building the new gym over at Union Hill, we had on Fredrickson on the show. We televised one of the last games in the old gym.
Oh.
And I asked them if they were going to be installing that pole right there that they had in the old gym into the new gym, just to remind everybody, you know, that you had to look around the pole and the pole was blocking your way. And, you know, he had the same reaction.
Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't have that.
Well, I thought they were going to try and work it in there just for old time's sake. Okay, so Dolly set to serve here. 21-15, Lady Miners. As the ball goes to Gray. Gray back sets it over to Lewis. She'll get it over.
Looks like a center line violation. 30. That was Kara Erdman. Looks like she crossed the center line on her block.
Don't want to do that here or on Highway 49.
Definitely not. Dangerous in both situations.
Now Geese serves. Moser picks it up. Sager. Oh, a big flying Miraldi. That was a flying Miraldi right there.
I think it was a flying Miraldi because it looked like Jen was pushing like a shoot set, like a 31, and Kylie was running in for the 1, so pushed her a little wide. Fortunately, she was able to get her fingertips on that.
Right, she didn't touch the net. Her hand went way over, but she came back and didn't touch it. So point Lady Miners, 22-16 now, as Gray sets it up for Bachman.
No touch on the block. Up and out.
So Monica Bachman, senior, 5'8", outside hitter, showing why she's one of the top players for the Golden Eagles. but they're down 23-16 as Erdman serves now. And Del Oro, the wheels coming completely off here now in game number 2.
It looks like Paglusha, their defensive specialist, isn't doing the trick for him with our serving coming at her.
Erdman serving for game point. And Bachman sends it into the net and ends the frustration once and for all for Del Oro.
Trying to go cross court with that. He couldn't quite get it.
And they will win the game 25-16 here in game 2. And now this really puts Del Oro at a disadvantage, and the Lady Miners have got blood in the water.
It sure does. It's really hard to come back from a 2-0 deficit or an 0-2 deficit.
Although they played much better in this game,
there is
scoring 16 points instead of 5.
And you can see not just by the score, but by their play that they weren't back on their heels as much. They were making some attacks, some really strong plays from the back end and the front row.
But the wheels came off kind of at the end for them as Lady Miners pull away and take game 2.
And that's something that's really hard to coach to players. Sometimes they just have to have it within them to be able to overcome that. Not look at the score, not worry about the score, but just worry about how you're playing. And it makes a big difference in the momentum of the game. If you don't worry about that score, if you just worry about your play, good things can happen.
And, of course, while we wait for game number 3 here, we'll go ahead and remind you that tonight's NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Hanson Brothers is all about aggregates, and their new facility in Colfax means that they even have more landscaping rock for your needs. Whether you need crushed mine rock, base rock, riprap, building stone, or large landscape rocks, Hanson Brothers has it all, and they're there to assist you now at Hanson Brothers Construction, HBE Rentals, and Hanson Brothers Landscape.
And also from Weaver Auto and Truck Center, the new Weaver Auto and Truck Center is now open and ready to solve your transportation needs. Tom and Matt Weaver have created a state-of-the-art automotive facility in Grass Valley and offer the latest technology from Buick, Pontiac, GMC, Jeep, and Cadillac. Look for the grand opening coming soon in October at the new Weaver Auto and Truck Center.
And by the Porta Subs, Cindy and Mike Argento, along with John Larimer, own the 2 Porta Subs at locations in Grass Valley and Nevada City. And they offer fresh sliced sandwiches daily with a selection of wraps, salads, soups, and party trays. So whether you're counting your carbs, calories, or pennies, Porta Subs has something for every appetite. Fax in your order or call ahead, and you'll never have to wait at the Porta Subs.
And also from our friends at Northern Home Medical, Rudy Antonucci and Dean Miraldi are your friends and neighbors at Northern Home Medical and offer insurance screening and complete home instructions with every delivery. And now their powered chairs are covered by medical, so you can keep your independence and stay active at home and throughout the neighborhood. So there's no need to work with a company outside Nevada County. Northern Home Medical is ready to serve you, and they are local just like you.
And, of course, our good friends over at Plaza Tire and Auto Service, the official auto repair of the NorCal Game of the Week, and they keep the Commander on the road and do their best so you don't have to miss a single NU or Bear River volleyball game. Plaza Tire, Auto Service, done on your schedule, not theirs.
Okay.
And, of course, by the band Strifer. Strifer coming in concert this Saturday. You don't want to miss this one, boys and girls, at the Center for the Arts. It's Strifer.
There was a band back in the 80s called Striper. I don't think that's probably the same thing.
No, this is a bunch of great guys, though. My son manages it, and so they get the free publicity.
There you go. Nothing like it. Oh, Del Oro coming up with the first point in this one.
Well, they need to come out at the first point. Down 2-0 right now to Nevada Union. If Del Oro should lose, they would fall to 1-2 in league standings, and that's got to be tough for the beginning of your season.
Yes, it does, definitely. Doesn't
Miners
help.
would move to 3-0 and a tie for first place with Rockland, who's in action tonight as well. Did not check to see who Rockland was playing, but we will be covering that Nevada Union Rockland game when they come here to Allied Gymnasium. And if necessary, we'll travel to Rockland for the season closer.
There you go. Ooh, just
if it
long.
could mean the league title, which would be the first one for the Lady Miners in the new SFL.
Which would be exciting to add to our now blank gym.
I think they're going to draw them on there with crayon.
Oh, it could be.
Okay, there's a very nice up. Oh, wearing the red shirt now is Sager, not Alexis Moser. So now they've changed their What do they call that again?
They're libero?
Libero.
Or libero. Depends on who you talk to.
So the libero, I like the
libero?
Yeah, the
libero?
Italian word there, the libero. So the libero player now is Jen Sager. And
looks like Caroline Reeves is setting.
Not Alex Moser. So, well, this is typical for Bob Rogers when he's got a lead like this, 2-0. He's going to do some rotation with some players and get some other kinds of experience in there. I think he feels that he might have the contest in hand if he goes back to his A squad. And so he's going to mix it up and do some different things. And then that way the girls get a variety of experiences.
Yeah, and get some other players in there with some other time. That'd be good to see.
So Joanna Miller also in for the Lady Miners now. Joanna is just a sophomore. Tall one, though, 5'10", as McAtee puts it up. Puts it outside now to Woodruff. Hit over by Bachman. And there's actually a very nice set by Reeves. Woodruff tries to put it down off the block.
Right through that block.
And Bachman can't get the ball in time.
And Caroline Reeves had to go sliding across the floor there, staying on our side of the net, getting that set up for Woodruff.
So a little bit closer game here. Miners actually trailing 3-4 as McAtee sets up to serve. She's got a nice set. Plummer off the beam, but they'll play it. Gray over to Lewis.
Ooh.
And Lewis puts it down on the outside, but she's...
it looks like from that face that was a mishit. I could probably agree with that.
Right.
It seemed to work for her.
But score it anyway. Del Oro.
Still a point.
Rather be lucky than good. As Plummer now serves McAtee. Probably should have let that one go. That was going out.
Quick set in the middle. Still pays off.
As Dolly puts it down. So I think McAtee knows that she probably should have let that one go, but you know, you got to make that split-second decision.
That's right. It's better, in my opinion, it's better to play it if it's going out rather than let it drop in.
No, McAtee now, Miraldi in for Sagar. And Miraldi tips it down on the overpass. She loves this hack those overpasses.
It does. Ooh.
Speaking of overpasses, there's Bachman.
It comes right back at you.
Yeah, it does. And Miraldi a little bit out of position there. Kind of went over her head.
I think she was going for that single block on the when you get those broken plays, you just never know what to do. Sometimes it breaks up your defense.
6-4 now, Del Oro. They're going to send it back. This one off the hands of Sagar. She spins around.
Misjudge that. Those floaters can come at you, and they can change up and down, left and right, up to a foot or so. So you never know what's coming at you with those floaters.
It's like a line drive when I'm playing softball.
Yeah.
It starts bobbling in my eyes, and you're lucky to get a glove up there. Okay, there's Reeves now outside, over to Woodruff. Mishandled by Plummer, kind of
unusual, I would think.
Hit the ball. Well, she is human.
She is.
Kind of hit the ball, though, and it went down. Actually, she's only a junior, so she's still trying to get used to handling that body of hers. Got a 15-year-old brain in there, maneuvering a big 6'1" body. Okay, Plummer up. Over to Gray. Now outside to Bachman. Bachman off the block. Here's the outside now to Woodruff. Big block right there.
Big block. And
that is a gigantic block by Vetterline and Lewis out on the right-hand side. That's one of the first successful blocks that they've had all night.
And Woodruff was really cranking up for that one, but that power came right back in our faces off that block.
So good play by Del Oro. Gets the ball back. 8-5 now in favor of the Golden Eagles over the Lady Miners. As Woodruff hits it deep. Oh, there's a little punch right there that counts. As Miraldi goes for the little dink.
Got a little groan from the audience. I think that they were perhaps thinking that was a carry or a lift.
Well, it did spend a certain amount of time there on her hand as she pushed it over, but the ref said no harm, no foul, and they gave it to him. And now Woodruff serves as Gray pops it up outside here to Bachman. Other side to Sager. Now McAtee.
Oh, nice dig.
Yeah, it was very nice up by Palusha. So Palusha saves the point on the McAtee kill. And D.O. comes up with the point, 9-6
Kylie
in game 3.
Kylie couldn't quite manage that ball off the net. Tried to dig it out, pushed it wide.
So Monica Bachman now serving. Spins the ball, sets, slaps that thing over the net. McAtee gets it, back set now, over to Miraldi. And actually, I don't think that was blocked. That kind of went just into the net.
I think that was all tape on that one. Kylie really trying to get up and hit that ball down, but it looked like she was off the net a little bit, and so
Plummer
right
and Gray going up for the block, and you got about a 6-inch difference in height there between Gray and Plummer, so I don't know how effective that block would have been, but oh, there's Miraldi now from the center, and you're not going to deny her twice.
No, not twice in a row for sure.
And she puts that down and hard right in the middle on the outside.
Looks like she pulled something or had a little injury there, had a little skip in her step at first, but looks like she was trying to work something out.
Little hitch in her giddy-up.
That's right.
Miner's still down, though, 7-10. Well, she's not going to pull herself out of this game unless there's bone showing.
Looks like there was a touch on that ball that was drifting wide. I don't know if you noticed, but Miraldi's serve has come down a little bit. She was probably a little nervous at the beginning. That jump serve was floating high over the net. Now it's coming a little bit closer to the tape.
Well, there is going to be that first game jitters and that adrenaline. I mean, she certainly does know how to play and is familiar with playing with these girls, but having to wait 13 games,
yeah, it's hard,
and 5 years in order to get in. You know, she's anxious. She wants to get out there and help the team and win some games.
McAtee.
Overpass.
Denying. There's another one's overpass, and she smoked one down the line there the last play. So she's just ready to get this night over with, it looks like.
Well, Lady Miners not in position to do that quite yet. Trailing 9-11 here in game 3 as Bachman brings it up. There's Gray, Bachman from the back court. And that one's going to go out. Oh, my goodness.
They called it on the line.
They're going to call it on the line. That one looked out to me.
It's another one of those broken plays that can come back and haunt you with that back row attack. And that was Plummer again, was it? Who was that?
No, I thought that was Bachman.
Oh, it was Bachman. Nice attack.
So now Sammy Gray serves. Goes back for Sager. Woodruff from the back row. Oh, nice dig by Bachman. Out to Gray now. Over to Lewis. Lewis puts it up. Here's the outside now to McAtee. She'll hit it through the block. Nice up by Halusa again. To Gray, who gives it a free ball.
Quick in the middle.
And Dolly hits it right into the block of Plummer and Wilson.
Yeah, the quick set in the middle. Had the block up there, but was rejected back on their side, not quite penetrating.
Yeah, they want to. And he changed the lineup there a little bit in game 3.
There's a serve by McAtee. Back row attack again. Bachman coming through from the back row once again.
So 10-13, as some new life has been breathed into the Oro Golden Eagles as Plummer sets the serve and does so successfully. Now she pops the ball up. Gray runs all the way across court to get it, and Plummer tries to tomahawk the ball, but right in her way is Bachman. She says, I'm going to tomahawk you.
There was some miscommunication there. Usually you want your back row player to take control. I don't know if she was calling for it or not.
Well, Gray had to come all the way from the front row in the corner just to save that ball. Every second ball is hers because she is the setter.
Looks like we're out of rotation again. Miners out of rotation, costing them another point.
So that's 2 out of rotations. And whose responsibility is that?
To make that call?
No, to get the rotation right.
Every player needs to be in their correct positions. If you're overlapped by more than a couple of inches or so, then you're going to be called on it.
So maybe a little confusion because we're working Miraldi into the lineup.
I think it's more the confusion based on their lineup at this point.
Oh, okay, good point, because they're out of rotation, they're out of different positions.
Out of sync, yeah. And sometimes it's someone just leaving early before the serve. But in this case, I think it's probably just due to their new positions.
Okay, so coming into the game now is Beltran, Caroline, defensive specialist, just a sophomore, 5'5", full of spunk and energy. As Gray gets the ball, now she'll put it outside to Lewis.
Just didn't get on top of that one, pushed it way deep and out.
And Miners draw within 1 point now as Beltran comes in to serve again. What a little spark plug she is.
Yeah, she sure is.
Mixing it up there with the big girls. This one's going to go deep to Plummer. Overpass again!
There's another one of those.
Waiting for it on the other side was Christian Woodruff saying, "Come to mama."
She found that big gap right in the middle.
And she just puts it right down. Overpasses are killing the Del Oro Golden Eagles. 14-14 now. Lady Miners have a chance to go on top for the very first time. Off the tape. Up by Gray and down.
Poor setting choice there. Our middle wasn't, or the Del Oro middle wasn't quite ready for that set.
Well, that's because it came off the tape, so it created some confusion. Better line was there, but coming up was Bachman, and neither one of them able to get the set by Gray. So Beltran continues to serve now. She's taken the Miners into the lead. And this ball's going to come, and Beltran's got to come all the way from the back line because everyone was just standing around.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you're admiring your serve and not expecting that first ball to come right back at you.
So now that's going to bring the score to 15-15 as Geese serves. And almost a ball into the net there. Saved by Reeves, popped up by Reeves, and now it's going to be in the net by Reeves.
Actually, I think it was Miraldi that was in the net.
So Geese continues to serve.
Short serve.
Yeah, she sets it up. Miraldi, and it's a ping pong ball.
There's that off-speed tip that can catch their middle off guard. They're up there waiting for the big hit. They start to come down.
Actually, it was more like a pinball.
As opposed to a ping pong ball?
Right, it was a pinball kind of bouncing off and down and then finally on the floor. 16-16 now your score. Woodruff serves. Oh,
just
beautiful
over the
serve.
tape.
Wow.
That was a great serve. That's hard to pass no matter who you are.
Is that ace?
I would call that an ace.
I would call that an ace too. So Woodruff takes him now into the lead again for the second time, 17-16. She'll serve it again. This one's going to go right to the same place. Unable to handle it is Palusha. Comes off her hands, and she's a little snake bitten tonight, I think, back there in that back row.
I think so, too. She's had a few bad passes, and I think that Bob Rogers is probably telling our servers to serve it right at her, keep her on her toes, and it's catching her off guard. She's having a bad night.
Right. You want to go for those weak players when you have a player like that and you're playing some defense or you're playing offense and there's a weak link right there. You naturally want to go for that.
You have to exploit that link, and it looks like that the Miners are doing that pretty well tonight.
Well, they are, and of course they have the lead here in Game 3, 18-16. After trailing, though, most of Game 3, Bob Rogers kind of mixing it up a little bit in Game 3, giving some girls some different position time. Gil Dominguez along with Chris Dudek here to my left, joining us on your broadcast debut.
Broadcast debut. I do my announcements for the junior high at Union Hill.
So that's what you were saying before. I don't know if you can put that on your resume.
I don't think so.
How are you liking it so far?
It's not so bad.
All right. I know you were a little concerned at first when I asked you earlier in the evening, but I told you, just like two guys watching the game.
That's right.
Okay, here we go with Woodruff now as we continue Game 3, and this ball's going to go out, and once again they're serving it right to Palusha.
And they can just put it right at her. They're not even trying to put it too far in front of her to the sides. They're putting it at her, and she's not able to handle it.
No, and you can see the look on her face right now. She's really determined to get this one. And that's one of those things as a varsity player, you got to be able to respond to that kind of pressure. Here's a hit by Bachman. Goes deep. Set up on the outside. McAtee off the block. Nice block by Vetterline and Gray, but it comes off the block and falls into the DO side. And now it's 2016, and now I think you can see it on their faces that they're losing a little bit of their heart.
Yeah, that makes it hard to come back when you lose that.
When they were winning all that time in Game 3, they had more intensity. We'll see what happens here as Bachman now sets it up. Here's Gray, back set over to Vetterline. Ball kept in play, though, out to McAtee. She'll put it down and through.
Right in there. Big hole that Sarah McAtee was able to exploit. That was really good.
Right
good
between
timing.
Plummer and Palusha. And now it's 21-16. So we'll see if the Golden Eagles can maintain some kind of composure here as we come down in the stretch. Lady Miners, of course, looking to close it out here and do a 3-game sweep of Del Oro in the first game here in Allied Gymnasium.
There's that miss set again that I was talking about, going in for the quick set. Setter set it high, and the timing was just off.
And Bachman looking back at her coach, Stuart Keggett, saying, "I'm trying my best, coach." And he goes, "I know you are." Keep it up.
Ooh.
Okay, big serve coming into Geese on the right-hand side. So you got Geese on the right, Palusha in the center, and that's where all these serves are going. As McAtee gets set to come out, and in goes Erdman playing on that left-hand side. So 23-16. Substitutions coming in now. Number 12, Brianna Watson, playing deep right, and the ball goes to her. She pops it up. Gray has the ball over by Palusha. Picked up by Sagar. Out to the outside now to Erdman. She'll put it down. Saved by Del Oro. They're going to have to get it over on this one. Not able to.
Not able to do it.
So game match point, 24-16. In the very first game of the season, home game for the Lady Miners in the brand new refurbished Allied Gymnasium. As Woodruff serves the ball in play, comes back, there's a quick tip. Oh, Miraldi, they're trying to give Miraldi the last point. Unable to do it, though. She was just leaning a little bit too much.
I think that's the inexperience of having Caroline as the setter right there.
Right, rolling, didn't put the ball where she could get it, had to reach out and kind of try and roll it off her fingers, unable to do so. So that breathes new life into D.O. Miraldi this time off of Watson to end the game. So Miraldi gets to end the game anyway with a big hit off of Watson. As the Lady Miners roll on here in a Game 1 victory, Game 3 victory. And I think the Lady Miners, you have to say they look pretty good tonight.
I think they looked very good tonight. It was a good warm-up for Kylie Miraldi and a good warm-up for the entire team to have her come on board. It looked like Del Oro, from the attitudes that I saw on the bench, they were coming in with this as a learning experience, knowing that the Miners are such a strong team that I don't think that they were necessarily looking to win. I think they were looking to just get some good experience out of this one.
Well, you got the defending, 3-time, 4-time defending section champion, Lady Miners, playing in their gym, and not too many good things can happen out of that scenario.
Especially at this Allied Gym home opener.
So as we come out here to courtside, let's go ahead and get a few words from Bob Rogers on tonight's game. Bob, put them away in 3 games.
Well, that's what we always want.
Well, that's what Allie Daly used to say. Remember, she used to say, we're only giving them 3 games.
Yeah, well, I thought the first game was pretty clean. I don't remember any mistakes. Maybe one or two passes weren't quite what we expected, but that was a nice game. Second game, we missed 4, maybe 5 serves, and that kept it closer than it should have been. And then we tried a new lineup in the third game. You probably noticed we made our setter the libero, and we had Caroline set. That's the first time she's set. I thought the setting was quite good. We were a little bit disorganized, but the setting I thought was good.
Well, we did notice the lineup, and I mentioned to the fans that that's a Bob Rogers trademark. You get up a couple games and let's try something different. Sometimes it's bringing in some players that haven't had a lot of playing experience, and other times it's doing what you did tonight with just rotating some positions. You also changed the libero player from Mosier over to Sager.
Right.
And so I noticed that she has her own jersey that says 10 on it.
They came today. You like the red?
Yeah, I like the red. The red really helps it stand out. So those are the 2 players that you have dedicated for that position?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no particular rhyme or reason when you're going to substitute them, or Moser is usually the one that's going to play that spot?
Well, Moser's usually going to play it if Jen's setting. If we can have somebody else set some of the time, then we'll have Jen do that. And we can use Moser in another spot, although I wanted to use some other players this time.
Right. Now, Lady Miners undefeated in league. This pushes you guys to 3-0, keeping pace with Rockland. I'm not sure if they were in action tonight or who they were playing, but the SFL looks like there's about 4 or 5 teams there that could win on any given night.
Well, actually, these guys that we just played beat Wood Creek the other night in 4 games. We beat Wood Creek in 5 games at Wood Creek.
And Wood Creek is 0-3 or 0-2.
They're 0-2, but they're quite good. So that's not going to stay that way. They're going to win some matches, and all the teams are good.
Right, and I think that really is going to help you, as we've discussed before, in the postseason, playing some strong competition during league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Versus the other way around where you guys were killing everybody and it was 3 and out and you never really saw anybody, sometimes even until you got to the NorCals.
Well, no, there's some good teams on our section and other leagues too. And Lincoln was, of course, a very, very fine competitor.
Right.
And Yuba City was very good last year and made it to the section final. And they're very good again this year.
And good again this year, right.
Yeah.
Got to give our props to Yuba City.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, congratulations on victory here tonight in the new digs. How do you like the new digs?
I like it. It's lighter. We got better practice facilities with better lines that I've been waiting 10 years for. And
well, it's a good thing they put them in before you retired.
Yeah, I was wondering how that rookie announcer of yours did tonight.
Hey now.
Yeah, he's going, hey now. No, Chrys did an outstanding job for us, and of course, coming from Union Hill, some veteran Union Hill players on your squad, but he seemed to know what he's talking about.
He saw a little change in Caroline, Sarah, and Kylie since Union Hill days.
Yeah, we were noting all that. So, no, Chrys, very nice addition to the program, and a big thank you out there, Chrys, for joining us.
Anytime.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Bob Rogers there as he enjoys his victory here. And we'll go and try and find some other Lady Miner players. I know they're supposed to be taking down the net. And we'll stretch out some more cable right here. I think we gave ourselves enough cable tonight, whereas last week we were a little shy of cable. We want to try and get that Miraldi person, of course, and there she is over there. Chrys, you're probably going to have to come on the other side of the net here so we don't get the net in the way. Here, let's get McAtee right here real quick. Haven't talked with her yet this season. You had a very different kind of player working with you tonight out there.
I know. Kylie Miraldi, it's good to have her back.
Here, let's turn around here and let all the people see your face instead of the back of your head. How was that out there? I know she's been practicing with you for several summers, and of course you guys are good friends from your days at Union Hill, but now finally in the record books here at Nevada
back.
Union.
It's exciting. Well, we've been all playing together like all summer and stuff, but it's great to actually have her here in like the NU season. Yeah.
And she got in the record books pretty quickly, had some kills, had some
Definitely
dinks.
did. Always plays well.
Had some big blocks in there.
Definitely. Yeah, our block was so solid thanks to her.
And really that just gives you such a tremendous front line.
I know, it does. I think in the first game we had like 6 blocks like in a row, and it was just so amazing because like the defense I think was getting kind of bored just sitting back there because everything was getting blocked and going back on their side, but it's definitely good to have such a strong block.
Well, everybody. I mean, you got 5 big girls up there. You got you got Dolly, you got Reeves, Woodruff, and now Miraldi.
I know.
That's going to be.
We have like 3 people over 6 feet.
That's going to be tough for teams really to get past.
Definitely, it is. It'll help us a lot, I think, with our new competition this year, too.
Right, you got some new competition. So far you guys are undefeated in that new competition. Does it feel any different than the Metro League?
Thinking back to last year, it definitely does, because every game was just like a breeze. Like, we won every game by so much. Now every game's a little bit more of a competition at least.
Right. Bob Rogers saying Woodruff took you guys to 4 games before you beat them.
Woodland?
Yeah.
Or Wood Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. You guys being pushed tonight. Only 3 games and out.
But we still had to come out and play strong in order to win.
Right. Right. Well, listen. Congratulations.
Thanks.
On your just the beginning of your season, and look forward to talking to you later.
Look forward to seeing you guys here again.
All right, Sarah McAtee right there as we try to get a hold of Kylie Miraldi, who's entertaining. Let me go over here and just grab her. You just got to reach into the crowd and just grab her and pull her out here. Kylie Miraldi joining us here in the post-game show. And Kylie, I talked to you a little bit prior to the game, and you were so excited. You were counting down the hours today up until your debut.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I was looking forward to. It was pretty hard having to sit out for 30 days, sitting down there just watching my team dominate for a while.
13 games they played without you.
Yeah, don't remind me. That was pretty hard. I probably have to say one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life is sitting there and just having to learn how to encourage the team and move them that way instead of actually being able to go out there and make a difference.
Now, was the adrenaline really pumping when you got in there? Because we were noticing your serves were kind of powerful there at the beginning.
My adrenaline was definitely running. I mean, when I came in for the libero, Alexis Moser, I definitely had to take a deep breath and calm myself down and let myself know that this is just like every other game I've played.
Well, I think after you got a few kills in there and some blocks, then it looked like you settled right down, and it looks like you said another game.
Well, like I've played with these girls for the past 3 years, so we all have pretty good chemistry together. So they were able to bring me down and just let me know that, just continue playing the way I know how to play. So.
Right, so pretty exciting night for you. Finally, Kylie Miraldi in the record books here at Nevada Union.
Finally, I've been waiting so long.
I don't know what the stats were at the end, but there was numerous kills, there was numerous blocks, and you got to score the game-winning point.
Well, we definitely have amazing passers playing for us, and Caroline Reeves set amazing for us. This is her first time ever setting in a game, and Jen Sager is just an unbelievable setter since day one. So we definitely have the willpower to get us where we need it, as long as the talent.
Now, it seemed like overpasses were killing Del Oro tonight.
I think that definitely the overpasses, but I think we just came out stronger than we ever have played before. We were definitely fired up to play against them.
And what was the change then?
The change.
Where you're so fired up?
Oh, I think it's just because team chemistry finally all coming together. We're clicking. We had everybody in their right spots. We had Chris and Dolly hitting right side for us, and I was able to hit middle, and so we didn't have to mix anybody up and put them where they weren't supposed to be. Right.
So, and that's naturally going to propel you. Now, this is the first of a 5-game homestand for you, and so that's got to be really fun coming back home and playing that many games here. Got some home cooking. Don't have to worry about the homework. Don't have to travel.
Yeah, we're definitely excited since we have the new gym and everything, and we're all just motivated to come in and make the first few games a win for us.
Well, this is the first game in the new gym, like we were saying, so it's the first game in the new gym. It's the first league game at home. It's your first game as a Lady Miner, so there's a lot of firsts tonight.
Today was definitely a good day.
And it was a good day for you, good day for the Lady Miners. Well, listen, thanks. I know we wanted to get a few words in with you as you made your debut here. And so congratulations on the victory tonight, and we look forward to talking to you later on.
All right, thank you.
All right, Kylie Miraldi there as we continue the post-game show here. And the crowd is certainly starting to thin out. And there's
Christian Woodruff.
Right, Christian Woodruff carrying the net, and I guess we'll try and get a word with her. And then we'll wrap this thing up. Dudek, where are we at now in the telecast? Okay, so we got plenty of time to talk to Christian Woodruff coming up here.
Hi.
How you doing? No, you can't have this. If you have this, then you're in charge of the whole show, and then you got to wrap it up over there with Chrys and everything.
Yeah.
Great win for the Lady Miners tonight. I can't remember, last season, but I mean this season, you guys just look so strong tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're more in tune with each other because we play club with each other all year round, pretty much. So makes a big difference.
So was the addition of Miraldi that big of a deal?
Yeah, we love having her on the team. Just having her out there, she brought more energy, and she came to play, and that gives you more energy, and just gets you going.
Well, and of course, she's been practicing with you all summer, and during all the practices while she was waiting out her 5 years that she had to stay out of competition, or it seemed like 5 years.
Yeah.
And so you guys have been waiting for this and just waiting and waiting. You've still been victorious.
Yes.
But haven't had her in there.
Chris and Dolly's been doing really well, too, in the middle. Like, she always gets moved around, but she seems to do well whenever she gets put in a different position.
Right. She's like the chewing gum of the team, I
yeah.
think. Where you have a hole, you just stick some Dolly in there, and it fills it up.
Yeah.
And,
that's a good expression.
But that's a good role for her because she does it so well.
Definitely.
And then, of course, that front line, really powerful.
Yeah, this year we got a big lineup, I think. And we're just more confident in our swings. So, like last year we were all sophomores pretty much, and you just need to get into the game more. And then this club season brought a lot of more experience, so we got a lot more confident. And smarter. No more hitting errors.
Right, a little bit smarter play. Great serving in game number 1. Really put you guys ahead.
Yeah. That was like one of our team goals before the game. We all went around and was like, no missed serves, because that's just an easy point for the other team.
Right, and now this is your first of 2 games at home this week, the first of 5 games overall at home.
Yeah.
So that's really got to make the team feel good knowing you're going to be home so much.
Yeah, first game in this gym. It was really fun and exciting.
Yeah, it was. You guys were the first athletic contest in the new gym.
And we won, so that's always good.
So that means the new gym is undefeated.
Definitely.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck on Thursday.
Okay.
You guys are still undefeated in league.
Yep.
And we'll see you then.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
As Christian Woodruff leaves our area, I'm going to go ahead and walk behind you, Chris, because I think actually I have to walk this way because I'm on top of you. And we'll bring the cables over this way. It's all mathematical here, Chris, with cables and
little geography.
Yeah, right. All geography and all kinds of things working here for us at the brand new Ally Gymnasium as we get ready to wrap up our broadcast. And so your overall impression, Chris, of the Lady Miners, 3 wins, 3 straight games over Del Oro.
I think it's really starting to come together. Kylie Miraldi's a real strong force in the middle, and I think it's really just going to help them gel. The chemistry works well with them. Their serving was really on tonight, and that makes a huge difference.
I think it does, and we'll wait and see how they do with the rest of their schedule. Of course, so many of the games, the next 5 games are at home. I think that's going to be a big advantage for the Lady Miners. If you see this, of course, if you're watching this on Wednesday, then you've just watched the Inside NU football show live on NCTV, and this is the game immediately following that. So you have time to come out here on Thursday, because you're watching this on Wednesday, and root on the Lady Miners here and check out the new digs here at the Ally. Very comfortable seating for everybody, and let's make them pull out that whole other side of bleachers. How about that, Chris, and get a lot of fans in here?
It'd be nice to fill it up. It certainly would.
Well, I know it'll be filled up come basketball season, but maybe we can do it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, those, and even at the end of the season when we get into tournament play, the tickets cost more, so now's the time to come out and see them and cheer them on. Now's
the time to come out, right. It's excellent entertainment value here at the Ally and watch some Lady Miner volleyball. You're defending section champions as we take a look at Marco Salcedo there, the freshman coach.
And a former Union Hill coach.
Former Union Hill coach, right? Union Hill family. My daughter went to Union Hill.
There you go.
And both of my sons. So it's a big Union Hill reunion.
There you go.
All right, so as we wrap it up here, we'll remind you one more time that the NorCal Game of the Week has been brought to you by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Reynolds. The Hanson family is proud to bring you another great NU Lady Miner volleyball season.
And also by Weaver Auto and Truck Center. Tom and Matt Weaver support Nevada Union Lady Miner volleyball.
And by the Porta Subs, Mike and Cindy Argento, along with John Larimer, love to support high school sports in the foothills.
And Northern Home Medical, Rudy Antonucci, and April and Dean Miraldi are proud of their daughter Kylie and all the Lady Miners.
And, of course, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, the Hauser family is an NU family, and they say, go, Lady Miners.
I do have to apologize to Rudy for mispronouncing his name twice.
All right, there it is, a public apology. And, of course, by the band Stryfer in concert this Saturday, Center for the Arts. Casey Dominguez, my son, handling all the bookings for the band Stryfer. And, of course, he can be reached over at the Touchdown Productions office. And don't want to miss that concert. That's going to be a lot of fun out there. They even have like some kind of thing called a mosh pit or something.
Something like that?
Who knows? You know, they're gonna be not doing the jitterbug, that's for sure. Having fun, though. Okay, and of course, Touchdown Productions celebrating our 10th season of local sports television. Be sure to join us next week and this weekend as our coverage of the 2006 football season continues. It's going to be Nevada Union versus Granite Bay. We're going to put some gas in the Commander and some oil and travel on down Highway 49, turn left at Sierra College Boulevard, and get to Granite Bay and bring you that game. Miners, you know, big defeat last week over against Del Oro. And Grizzlies, their only blemish on last year's season, so some payback is in order as the Miners travel to Granite Bay and take on the Grizzlies in preseason football. So be sure to join us across our entire Foothill network of stations. Our executive producer tonight has been myself, Gil Dominguez. Directing us in the truck is Brandon Duckett. Titles and replay handled by Daniel Allen. DA just had a baby himself, or his wife did. Congratulations to them. Announcers, Gil Dominguez, and making his broadcasting debut, as we said, Chris Dudek. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a great opportunity.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Camera operators, Maverick King, Roland G. Ludlow the 6th, and Chris Glass, of course, handling the down camera and interview camera responsibilities here, as he does so well. Office manager is Patty Costa, in for her second year. Production manager Terry Hicklin, coming in and making sure we get off with some fully charged batteries. Our technical engineer is Paula Mikalski, making sure all our cables work. Accounting, Touchdown Accounting, brought to you by Aero Business Solutions. And the remote facilities, courtesy of the Commander. And Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire, and Auto Service. Be sure to check out our broadcast times at theunion.com and in the Union Sports section. And, of course, you can give us a call over at the office. We're on the Nevada City Highway in the Brunswick Basin. So, for Chris Dudek and everybody on the Touchdown Productions sports team, this is Gil Dominguez saying you've been watching exclusive coverage of Lady Miner Volleyball on the NorCal Game of the Week. We'll see you on this weekend, NU versus Granite Bay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.